Welcome, children. We have come to the second part of this lesson. The struggle begins. The last class I had told you about the Indian National Congress founded by A.O. Hume and how there were two factions. One was the moderate one and one was the extremist one. And in the extremist group you had Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipin Chandra Pal, who are the fighters who believed in direct action against the British. And Bal Gangadhar Tilak was one person who started the newspaper Kesari that was opposed to the British. It was a newspaper which published all the bad things that were done by the British in India, like humiliating the Indians, not giving proper wages, and also slavery in some parts of India. Now let's go on to page 275 and read about Subramanya Bharati, a political leader famous in South India. Subramanya Bharati, a freedom fighter and social reformer from Tamil Nadu, started a newspaper, India. So Subramanya Bharati started a newspaper called India in South India, having articles, songs and editorials which inspired the Indian youth to join the freedom struggle. So his newspaper was a boon, or it was a boost to the Indian youth, which pumped them with energy using songs and articles and stories to fight against the British rule. His strongly nationalistic poems posed a great challenge to the British government, which ordered his arrest. So he had written poems which was, voicing the song of his country, mother India, and his opposition to the British rule. And because of that, the British arrested him. He was put into prison. However, even in prison, Bharati spent his time writing poems on freedom, nationalism and the country's welfare. So even when he was in jail, Subramanya Bharati kept on his writing skill, and he continued writing poems on India's freedom, on nationalism and on other thoughts, so that would make the Indian youth rise up against the British. He had close relations with nationalist leaders such as Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal. They discussed national issues and exchanged their views. Bharati's wise suggestions and dedication to the cause of nationalism inspired the common people as well as national leaders. So Subramanya Bharati was such a person that he was really, for his motherland. He wanted his country, India, to be free from the British rule. And he was a real political freedom fighter for his country, and his views and thoughts inspired not only other leaders like Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal, but also the common man of India. Now let us go to the next topic, that is divide and rule. Now this policy was adopted by the British because then it was very easy for the British to rule over India. They did not allow all the rulers to come together. They divided and ruled, so that it was making one ruler fight against the other ruler, and then one of them wins, one of them loses, and then Britain takes over the other kingdom that has lost and slowly takes over the whole of India. So this policy was brought about by the British so that they can gain a good foothold in India. The British were feeling increasingly threatened by the growth of national feeling among the Indians and tried to crush it. One of the measures they adopted was of divide and rule. So one measure that they adopted to crush the Indian spirit was divide and rule. They felt that if they divided the Indians on the basis of religion, they could continue to rule India. So they felt that if India was divided on the basis of the religions present, it would be very easy to rule the Indians. Bengal was the center of all revolutionary activities. Therefore, Lord Curzon, the Viceroy of India, decided to divide Bengal into East Bengal for the Muslims and West Bengal for the Hindus. So Bengal was the center of all the extremist or revolutionary activities. So Lord Curzon, who was the Viceroy at that time, he decided to divide Bengal into two: East Bengal and West Bengal. East Bengal for the Muslims and West Bengal for the Hindus. This came to be known as the Partition of Bengal. So the Partition of Bengal was done by Lord Curzon according to the British rule, divide and rule. Curzon gave administrative convenience as the reason for dividing Bengal. So he did not say that it is based on religion, but the reason that he quoted for dividing Bengal or giving the partition to Bengal was it was easy to divide and rule. It is easy to, for administrative purposes, if Bengal is divided into East Bengal and West Bengal. But Curzon did not mention that the division is done on the basis of religion. But the Indians understood that the real reason behind this decision was to divide the Indian people. But then, as I told you, we Indians have some grey matter in our heads. So the Indians understood that this was a policy by the British so that it is easier for them to divide and rule. To protest against the division of Bengal, people came out in large numbers and marched down the streets singing Vande Mataram. So the Indian people, they came out in the streets protesting against the division of Bengal, singing Vande Mataram. Next is the Swadeshi movement. Men, women and children boycotted foreign goods and made bonfires out of them. So Swadeshi means we have to use the goods that are produced or manufactured in India. So what the Indians did is, whatever foreign goods they had, they burnt it. They made bonfires, they burnt it, and they began using only Swadeshi goods, that are goods manufactured in India only. The movement soon spread to other parts of India. Many people were arrested. The British were forced to reunite Bengal because of the reaction of the people. This was a great victory for the Indians. Now, when the partition of Bengal was done, the people all were very upset, and then comes the Swadeshi movement. The Indians began, throwing out the foreign goods and burning the foreign goods. This created a lot of unrest for the British, and they were ready to make Bengal again into one. When the First World War broke out in 1914, Indian soldiers fought bravely on the side of the British. They expected the British to reward them after the war, but the British government imposed more taxes on them. Now, the First World War broke out in 1914, and the Indian soldiers supported the British and fought for them, but they were not rewarded at all. In fact, more taxes were imposed on them. It was around this time that Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, a young lawyer, took over the leadership of the nationalist movement. So at this time comes into the picture Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, the father of the nation, M.K. Gandhi, who became the leader of the nationalist movement. With this, we come to the end of the social studies for term 1. Thank you for your cooperation. Now let us go on to the exercises on page 277. A. Tick the correct answers. 1. The first session of the Indian National Congress was held at Bombay. 2. Bal Gangadhar Tilak started a newspaper called Kesari. 3. The partition of Bengal was done by Lord Curzon. 4. The First World War broke out in 1914. 5. The Indian National Congress was set up in 1885. B. Match the following. 1. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, social reformer. 2. A.O. Hume, Indian National Congress. 3. Lala Lajpat Rai, leader of the extremist group. 4. Subramanya Bharati, freedom fighter from Tamil Nadu. 5. Lord Curzon, partition of Bengal. Now let's go on to the question answers on page 278. Answer the following questions. Mention some social evils present in the Indian society in the early 19th century. The social evils were caste system, polygamy, sati, child marriage. These were the evils that were present in the Indian society, and which was also a very bad thing, because Indian society could not come together because of these social evils. 2. How was the Indian National Congress formed? It was formed by A.O. Hume in 1885 as the main political organization against the British. 3. What led to the partition of Bengal? The partition of Bengal was the brain of Lord Curzon, and he wanted to follow the principle divide and rule. So he said that Bengal can be divided in two parts, East Bengal and West Bengal, on the basis of religion. One part to the Muslims and one part to the Hindus. 4. Write 2 sentences about the Swadeshi movement. The Swadeshi movement was to make use of the Indian goods and boycott the foreign goods, and even burn and make bonfires of the foreign goods. 5. Who was Subramanya Bharati? Subramanya Bharati was a freedom fighter from Tamil Nadu, and who was a very strong writer who wrote a lot of poems and articles against the British. He started a newspaper in South India called India. Life skills. Why do the social reformers promote education? How is education important in life? Give reasons for your answer. The social reformers felt that if education is given to all, the people would become literate enough to understand the evils done by the British. And education is important for all of us so that we know what's happening in our society, in our world, each and every minute. Values for life. The Swadeshi movement was a powerful movement against the British. People pledged to use only Indian goods. How does using Indian goods made in one's own country help its citizens? Now, if you use your goods that are manufactured in your own country, you will raise the economy of the country. When we buy goods that are brought from other countries, we have to pay the export tax also, and the rates are also high. But we do not pay this excess amount if we buy the things that are manufactured in our own country. HOTS. Why do you think the British government refused to reward India after the First World War? Now, the British government did not want to reward India, they wanted to put down India. They wanted to suppress India and the Indians. That is why they did not reward the Indians who fought in the First World War. With this, I have come to the end of social studies for this term. Your homework will be to do A, B and C in the notebook and send to the school WhatsApp number. Thank you.